Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty alright. I recently watched The Witch and the Beast because it just looks so good. Particularly Ashraf, who really makes no eyebrows work for him. But in general, I love the aesthetic and it often feels like the best parts of a European city. A bit gothic, but set in a modern age with cars and all that good stuff. I like Ashraf's style and Guido's as well, and how it feels kind of careless. The Witch and the Beast follows Ashraf and Guido as they investigate magical crimes and hunt witches. Guido despises witches, wants to kill them all, and is searching for one in particular, the one who cursed her, forcing her into a different body. Her own massive beastly body is carried around by Ashraf in a giant coffin. When she kisses a witch, the curse is temporarily broken and she returns to her body and wipes the floor with these witches. This anime really reminded me how much I enjoy a dark magical mystery. A charismatic pair, each with their own set of skills, teaming up to solve many mysteries on the way to a larger one that is much more personal. Along the way, they meet interesting side characters and build a network of connections. I like that there are real stakes in the series. Aside from Ashraf and Guido, anyone could die and bad things can and will happen. Right in episode 1, the witch they're hunting successfully kidnaps a bunch of young women, chopping off their hands and feet so they can't get away, and begins burning the city down. Guido and Ashraf stop her from achieving her ultimate goal, but we as an audience understand immediately that bad things can happen. But even so, I was quite surprised when we get to the later episodes and Ashraf and Guido are trying to help a young witch named Helga prevent a powerful demon sword, Ashkan, from falling into the wrong hands, and they fail. And there was a lot of death and destruction as a result. These episodes are really great in the development of our characters. We see Guido going out of her way to protect a witch. Ashraf struggles and enters into a partnership with the paladins who are like Loki, his enemies. And even with the new characters, Helga the witch learns to depend on people again after losing her entire family. And the very powerful ice elemental commander is brought to his knees. And they're all forced to face the consequences of their failure as the demon sword is unleashed and begins destroying the city. I did not expect the demon sword to actually be released. And also, I did enjoy the sword's personality, he was kind of funny. But having the sword be released provides the opportunity to witness how powerful Guido's original form is, as she kisses Helga to temporarily break the curse and re-enter her body to take on the extremely powerful demon sword. Like, this demon sword is designed to destroy the world. And it's like, geez, how strong is Guido? What is she? Where does she come from? And how did she end up in this situation given this level of strength? So much intrigue. I really liked the magic system in Witch and the Beast, though I would say that there's still more to discover. Magic has consequences and you can't just be using it willy-nilly. Those who use magical artifacts to achieve their own desires end up enslaved and twisted by them. I also really enjoyed the visual element that accompanies magic and spell casting. I cannot stress enough how much I like the way this anime looks. It's just so appealing. The lore behind necromancy I found particularly fascinating. Returning from the dead comes with a massive sacrifice, one that, in my humble opinion, is not worth it. Once resurrected, a soul is removed from the flow of life, a kind of reincarnation cycle. And so once an undead person dies permanently, they spend eternity in what is called the void. Magic never comes for free. In addition, the undead have to be maintained by the necromancer who resurrected them, otherwise they deteriorate and become mindless. All this adds weight to necromancy, and I appreciate that. From a storytelling point of view, it's so interesting. In a world full of magic where something as incredible as raising the dead is possible, what measures can be put in place to stop the world from being filled with the undead? Everything has stakes. Everything has checks and balances. It's so thoughtful and creative. Exploring these complicated moral issues through the lens of a detective whose fiancé is resurrected by the villain is a really great decision, and it makes the actions of the villain even more horrific as we're faced with the direct consequences of his actions. Not only is he bringing people back to fulfill his own desires, but he's stolen something vital from all of these people who had no say in the matter. For your own selfish needs, you've removed dozens of people from the flow of life and doomed them to the void. And of course, Benora Christoffel is a beautiful badass, and I liked how she was quite calm and collected most of the time, but when faced with the scale of the villain's actions and the selfishness of them, that's when she lets her emotions through. I also liked Johan and the Death Knights. I found Ashraf to be a very interesting character. He's well-spoken, obviously intelligent and skilled, very observant and cautious. And because he's so observant and cautious, you might think he's cold and detached, but as the series progresses you see that he is not. He cares about Guido and he cares about the people he comes across, seeming to genuinely want to help people, and he cares about his organization. When he gives his word, he means it. Towards the end, when he tells Guido how deeply he cares for her and how much she means to him, I did wonder if there's more to it than just as a partner and a friend. And I don't mean romantically, but if there's something about her mission or her abilities that would help him achieve a goal of his own. And it is that question that really plants a seed of curiosity for me. I would really like to know more about Ashraf. We really didn't learn much about Ashraf's background. And then there is Guido. The curiosity I have for her is different, perhaps less nuanced than it is for Ashraf. I want to know the obvious. What exactly happened with the origin witch Angela to cause this? And what exactly is Guido? Her original body appears to be male, so I also wonder if I should be calling her her. But Ashraf does, so I assume it's fine. What kind of being is Guido, and how is such a strong being cursed by a witch? But then, Angela is the only surviving origin witch, so she must be extremely powerful. And of course, the series ends with the pair entering level 4 of the Fall, so there is great anticipation to know what happens next. And that's the vampire level, and I like me some vampires. I like that the witches are not all bad or all good. That feels much more realistic. No group is all bad or all good. I'd love to learn more about the origin witches too. I think I will likely read the manga to find out what happens next. Though I have a bit of a dilemma around it. I feel bad for feeling this way, but I wonder if I should get further into a story that might not be completed. Manga author Kusuke Satake has health problems that have led to the manga being on hiatus for a few years. And their health is definitely more important than The Witch and the Beast, and I wouldn't want them to work on it at the cost of their health. But it is also something that is on my mind. Reminds me of Yakuza Fiancé. I watched the anime and read the manga, and I really enjoyed it. And the story has been on indefinite hiatus since March 2024, and it's not because of health reasons, and I'm just stuck here wondering what's going to happen next, and I almost wish I hadn't read it at all. Or maybe I just need to make peace with the idea of enjoying a piece of work for what it is, even if it has no ending. The lack of an ending doesn't take away my previous enjoyment, right? But then with Yakuza Fiancé, it stopped right as a new arc was taking off, so it feels harder to make peace with that because there's so many unanswered questions. My mother only reads complete book series, and I'm beginning to understand why she does it. But that's gonna be it for me and this video. I really enjoyed The Witch and the Beast. Please comment down below if you'd like to share any observations and thoughts, or recommend any other anime that feel like The Witch and the Beast. If you liked this video, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I hope that you have a good day and a good week. I'm Kayla. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!